Hi everyone, my name is Connor Smith and I'm a junior on the soccer team here at Awty. I want to take the chance to welcome all of you to the Awty Rams Student Athlete Spotlight. Today I have with me Alexander Gadin. He's a senior who runs both track and cross country and will be attending WashU this fall. I'm really excited for you guys to get to learn a bit more about him, so with that being said, let's get right into the interview. Hi everyone, I'm here today with Alexander Gadin, a cross-country and track runner here at Awty. I want to thank you for taking the time to be a part of our Student Athlete Spotlight series. And so with that being said, let's get into it and get into the first question. I know most athletes have a pre-game or pre-meet ritual that they do. I know a lot of people listen to music, so I was wondering, do you have a type of music or a ritual that you do before your meets?
That's an excellent question, Connor. So what I do before every single meet, and this has been a tradition for whenever I started cross country back in 7th grade, is I would eat a full Cliff Bar and I would listen to my special meet playlist, which I've been making for years. I started having this meet playlist in 8th grade, and it really just has a lot of like high tempo music. And Slode always makes fun of me because I'm over there like jamming in music and I get all so psyched and ready. So that's like my pre-meet ritual. So
It's definitely something I could see Coach Slow doing. And so now that we know that what gets you in the mood to race, obviously you're a great competitor. What would you say your best memory that you have with the team is?
Yeah, so with the Audi team, it would be back in freshman year when we really had a big full-out team with a lot of seniors, sophomores, and really getting to know kind of the upperclassmen and kind of learning from them, using them as role models. That's what really makes cross country different from a lot of sports, is because it's a very hard sport. You work really hard, but you get to work hard with some really phenomenal people that go on to do a lot of amazing things in college. They may not be running, but they get to go all over the place. Cross country is such a diverse sport that you really get to meet a lot of people from across the spectrum. It's very diverse.
And I guess this next question kind of just follows up on that. What would you say your favorite part about running cross country at Audi is?
So, what I love about cross country is it's a very it's an individual sport, so you really don't need a team, but it is a team sport at the same time. So if you have that team around you, it really makes it a special, it's like a special group of friends that you train hard with. And what I love about Audi, that's why I really enjoyed my time, is I had a phenomenal coach that luckily stayed throughout my whole entire high school career, and I was really fortunate to have a really solid coach that I could depend on. So really, the general answer of what I like about cross country is you have a phenomenal coach with phenomenal teammates, and then it really makes it an enjoyable experience.
And obviously playing sports at Audi is a bit of a unique experience because we place emphasis on both school and on sports. How easy would you say it is to balance being both a student and an athlete?
So one thing I love about being a student athlete is it keeps me motivated. It's something for me to take my mind off of school. I love getting up in the morning and running. I know how crazy that sounds, but for me, being a student athlete is kind of a fine balance. I love to do my work at school, and so my social life kind of pays for that, but I still get my work done. I'm still able to do things with friends outside of running. Running takes up a lot of my time. Yes, it does take my time in the morning, time in the afternoon, but in general, it's so worth it being a student athlete because that extra little experience on top of being just a regular student audience that makes it so special.
Yeah, of course. I don't know how you guys do it, waking up in the morning that early to go and run. And even though you're leaving high school behind now a little bit, it looks like you're still going to move on and have a great time and make some new memories in college at WashU. So I was wondering if you could tell us a bit about what your favorite part of the recruiting process was.
So the recruiting process for me was kind of in late August. And so one thing I enjoyed about recruiting process, you got to meet a lot of people from around the world that you may not or may not ever see again. I got to meet hundreds of other athletes who were at the same level as me, and really getting to know people that were in New York or in California. So I really loved meeting new people. I loved meeting new coaches, new staff members up in different schools, exploring the college process from a different angle, which is really nice. Because sometimes coaches give you more of a hot take on what their school is and actually tell you what you want to hear instead of what the school wants you to hear. So my favorite part of the recruiting process was definitely meeting people and getting myself out there and just seeing what the world was.
And now that you've got this next big step before you, what would you say excites you the most about getting to be a collegiate student athlete?
Yeah, so running in college for me is about, I'm going to a D3 school, very competitive D3 school, But for me, what it embodies is that I get the opportunity to, make a unique set of connections with an excellent team of runners. My fellow teammates next year will be some of the top runners in D3, and I'm really excited for that. And I'm really excited to compete at a collegiate level. I'm excited to have a full team roster, have 20 or 30 other people that I can run with. And I'm just excited to explore the D3 world, and I think it adds, in general, it's going to help me because I want to pursue higher education, help me in for higher education, but something just nice socially that you can do that I really think lends a nice balance to the college life.
Sounds like WashU is going to be a great place for you to be at. Now that we've gotten the hard questions over, why don't you tell us a little bit about your favorite sports movie, something a bit lighter, if you have one.
So my favorite sports movie, I do cross country, of course, so it's McFarland's USA. I've actually gotten to meet the whole entire cast and the real runners. I did not get a signed poster. One of my previous teammates that ran on Awty did. I'm very jealous of him. Did try to buy it off of him, but was unsuccessful. So that is my favorite sports movie, was McFarland USA, because it kind of embodies what cross country is all about.
It's a great movie. Well, I won't keep you any longer. I know you've got to get to class or something after this, so I want to take the time. Thanks again for joining us. This is Alexander Gadin, one of our cross country runners at Awty.
All right, thank you.